Good morning, everyone. My name is Adriana Wroth. I'm the owner of AW Advanced Aesthetic Training, and I'm happy to present a new webinar of the month, Growth Factors versus Stem Cells. If you want more updates on our upcoming events, podcasts, or webinars, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will send you these updates. Thank you for being with us today, and let's get started. Stem cells versus growth factors is a very controversial topic. A lot of people don't understand on the skincare industry how they work. There are two different cells and they work in different ways. So I can't really say one is better than the other because they're very different. So let's dive in and we're going to start talking about stem cells first. We all have heard about stem cells in sports medicine. It's very good and regenerative, but not really in skincare. It's very new, innovative. So we're going to learn about how it's used and what are the benefits. What are stem cells? They are very unique and different cells in the body that they can develop into different cell types. It also has no limits in replenishment and it helps with internal repair. Some of the characteristics of these stem cells are that they self-renew, so they have the ability to do self-renewal and divide and produce more stem cells. Also, it has a lot of potential to become other type of cells that are special. For example, muscle, blood, brain, any other tissue in the body. So this is just a graphic that will help you understand. This is a single cell and what they can do, right? A stem cell can replicate itself, divide, and multiply. And it can also become any other cell like the liver or fat or blood or muscle, anywhere where this is injected. Where are they found? These cells are found throughout the body, including the bone marrow, blood cells, the brain, the heart. And one of the best places where they harvest is inside the bone, in the bone marrow, especially the hip. And I have the opportunity to go to a human dissection and see how they are extracted from the body. And it's basically, looks like an injection, big syringe that goes inside the bone, and they can extract that bone marrow in order to get the stem cells. So it's fascinating. What do they do in the human body? Basically, stem cells have the ability to regenerate. They repair and regenerate any damaged tissue. This is their job. Now that we understand a little bit of what they do, where we find them, what they are, now we can talk about skincare and how it's being used in the beauty industry. How do they benefit the skin? Basically, the stem cells that are used in skincare are plant-based. They come from apples, strawberries, because they have a very high concentration of antioxidants that protects the skin from environmental damage, unlike the human stem cells. You will find that a lot of products that have growth factors will also have peptides. They work very good in synergy, and it improves the health of the skin. What do they do to the skin? How does it work? It's great for preventing premature aging. It also helps with fine lines, with wrinkles, with age spots, and basically with the skin, overall with the skin, because it stimulates cellular activity. It provides a lot of essential nutrients that the skin needs. Some of the products that we can combine or ingredients with stem cells, our number one will be hyaluronic acid, which we know it's very hydrating. Also, very similar to peptides, it has a lot of properties to repair the skin, and they work very good in synergy with stem cells and with peptides. It boosts collagen and elasticity. I have here one of our new masks is the Glow Sleeping Mask. Just know that this does not have the stem cells. It does have the peptides and also the hyaluronic. So this will be a great addition. It's a sleeping mask that your customer can put all over and sleep and wake up beautiful, rested, and with great skin. It is very important to understand what ingredients are compatible when we're working with stem cells to make sure that we get the best benefits from it. We need to keep in mind of things that we need to avoid, like the harsh chemicals, because stem cells, especially the ones that come from plants, are very sensitive to harsh chemicals. Things that we need to avoid, any very high concentrations of alcohol, sulfates, and synthetic fragrances. This will not help and will impair actually the effectiveness of the stem cells products. Type of stem cells in the body. So we have embryonic, which is coming from the fetus, from the baby. This is very controversial, as you guys will know. Another one will be tissue specific, and these are the ones that can make new stem cells, but only in that specific tissue where they live. And the other one will be induced stem cells, which are lab created, and usually they assemble the embryonic stem cells. They mimic the human. Keep in mind the stem cells are used in skincare come from plant sources. We do have, of course, some brands, embryonic stem cells that are out there, lots of controversy. I do find that after COVID, a lot of people don't want anything human from another human being on their skin or their body. The human stem cells have relatively very few numbers, so there is a lack of supply in order to use in skincare products. And the animal cells are not used in skincare. And again, we don't test on animals in our company with our products, and mainly everything that we do is lab created, so it's completely safe. Basically, the difference between a stem cell and a growth factor is that the stem cell, their job is to repair damaged tissue by creating new cells. The growth factor's job is to help cells multiply. This is why they're great for proper cellular turnover. Growth factors stimulate the growth of specific tissue. They're found in the blood, so it helps also with the wound healing and hemostasis, and it helps the skin to stay alive and healthy. Where are they found when it comes to beauty industry? Basically, the blood. Blood is the rich platelet plasma. This is what we put in a centrifuge, we spin it. We get that plasma because inside the plasma is where we find those growth factors. So ultimately, that's what we want to do to separate and be able to use for skin rejuvenation. Characteristics of growth factors. One is a healing agent. It plays a big role in the wound healing process. And two, it helps to boost collagen, regrow skin, elasticity, collagen production. The way I explain it always is think of a growth factor puts everything on steroids. So it's going to make everything faster, right? More cell division, faster. So like, for example, your fibroblasts are going to produce, when you use growth factors or platelet-rich plasma, is going to accelerate the division of those growth factors. So now it's going to make a lot more collagen. For the skin, for example, growth factors for epidermal is going to accelerate the turnover and regrow the skin faster. So anything that the skin does is going to do 10 times more because the growth factor will accelerate and duplicate cells very, very fast. Are growth factors in skincare safe? Absolutely. They work fantastic. We have a formula in our Fusion brand. We call it PRP in a bottle, Live Plus Face. This is a concentration of growth factors that are lab created. They mimic the human body. They have a little bit longer lifespan and they work fantastic. And then you have also, again, from plant-based, there was a study done in the Aesthetic Dermatology Journal where they did a 12-week study and they saw a lot of improvement in rejuvenation, collagen production, the blood vessels, the elasticity of the skin. So it has the ability to regenerate the tissue. What do we need to know about growth factors in skincare? One, not to be confused, growth factors are not hormones, growth hormones. They're completely different. They are produced by the skin. They're in the blood, and it helps with repairing, anti-aging, promoting collagen, elasticity, and a high concentration on a daily use will help to reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and improve the skin texture. These are some of the studies that we actually have from our corporate office in Spain. This is very important. There are many types of growth factors. There's not just one, right? And understanding what they do and how they work is very important. When we're looking at a skincare product, at a jar, and it says growth factors, I want to know what kind of growth factors. You're going to see usually, like in our Live Plus Face product, we have 5 different growth factors, and it is displayed. You will see growth factor VEGF, growth factor BFGF, and just understanding what it means. And it's very, very simple. I'm going to give you 2 examples. Here is a list of some of them that are found. For example, I'm going to pick number 2, vascular endothelial growth factor. So when you see growth factor VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor growth, basically what it does is it stimulates new blood vessel formation, right? Because it says vascular, so it's very easy to understand. Another one in skincare will be your growth factor BF, is right here, I'm pointing at BFGF, basically basic fibroblast growth factor. So what does that mean? Growth factor, fibroblast is collagen production, so it's going to produce or promote collagen production. This is how you read the labels and what it is. So basically you'll know what the product does if you understand what they do and how each different growth factor works. Very, very easy. Now you can look at a label and you can tell my customer, hey, it has VGF, it's going to help with the inflammation, with your blood vessels, with the inflammation. It's going to also, it has fibroblasts, so it's going to help with the growth of the collagen. So I can really explain in detail what this product does by understanding the growth factors. Just to touch base in a few of them, as I mentioned before, VEGF, this is the vascular growth factor. This has been found also to work very well on hair growth. I do have a lot of trichologists that work with us and hair transplant doctors or hair growth. We have our hair mint formula that helps with androgenic alopecia, and it works very, very well. So this is being proven to feed the hair follicle and induce the hair growth. So it's a very, very good growth factor for hair growth. We have another example of growth factor. We have it on our hair mint spray mist. We have a study that we did internally. This is in Europe, my corporate office, that shows that using VEGF 72 hours after treatment, we can see a big difference on the hair growth. So it accelerates that hair growth. So it works very, very well. Also changes in the primary cells. So this is very good for the people that are doing hair procedures. One of our favorite in skincare, your fibroblast growth factor, definitely going to increase collagen production, elastin, and is going to regenerate. They're very great for skin rejuvenation. If you are carrying our brand, just want to touch base in 2 products that have fibroblast growth factor. That will be our Fusion Meso Matrix. This is great formula for stretch marks, deep wrinkles, and scars. It's the only formula that we have that would help with that. And it also helps with the collagen production. It's great to regenerating tissue. And then our Glow Lift, basically that's what it does. Glowing, beautiful, lifted skin. It also helps with collagen. Those are 2 go vials for growth factor FGF. Another place that you will find growth factors in our product line is in some of the post-procedure or retail products. Fusion Glow Sleeping Mask, I talked about it before. Excellent. You apply, sleep with it. It doesn't smear on your pillow, I promise. I tried it. And in the morning, you just wash it and the skin looks absolutely beautiful. The Meso Repair. Great cream. Again, that's exactly what it does, repair cream. It has 5 different growth factors, folic acid, glutamine, amino acids. It's very good for the skin. It can repair damage, post-laser, post-peel. This is a great cream for repairing. And then we have our Fusion Meso Lift Cream, which I love, 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 because after 6 weeks, you will see improvements. We have clinical studies that shows lifting of the skin. It's loaded with growth factors. You can use morning and night. It works fantastic. Another growth factor that's very popular in skincare is EGF, epidermal growth factor. This is basically very easy, right? Epidermal is to regrow the skin. And we have a clinical study. I want to share the pictures here with you. After using consistently EGF for 1 week, we notice a growth on skin cells of 14 to 16 layers. So it's very impressive. And this is exactly how they work. Very good, great results. Where do we find these growth factors, epidermal growth factors? So Fusion Lift Sleeping Mask, again, this is a great mask. And well, we have the glow, and this is sleeping mask, so they're a little bit different. The other one just gives you that extra glow and brightening. The Fusion XFC Plus, that is loaded with multivitamins, amino acids, glutathione, tyrine, growth factors. It's amazing because it does have the EGF in it, and it can be used microneedling. I even use some of these vials topically, and they're fantastic. Other products with growth factors will be our Cuperos. Fusion Cuperos is great for just that Cuperos skin inflammation, sensitive. It works very well because it reduces inflammation and it calms the skin. And then our eye contour, which is great for dark bags under the eyes, microcirculation, redness, overall texture of the skin to improve that texture around the eye area. Great microneedle as well. We also have our Fusion Perfect Lips. This is a beautiful formula. This works very well. It's for the health of the lip, to make them more hydrated, increase the circulation, more red, healthy. It does give a little bit of plump, but it's not a plumper. It's for the health of the lip. Then we have our Lip Plus Face. My to-go #1 vial. This is a vial that has all different growth factors concentrated. Basically, we call it PRP in a bottle. A lot of our accounts, especially doctors' offices, are buying it because people don't want human, and ours are lab created with clinical studies. They mimic the humans, and they work very, very well. So now you don't have to go to the centrifuge and blood withdrawal and spin and take all that time. You can actually tell your patient, look, I have growth factors already made, and they're ready to go. So this is a very good formula. We call it PRP in a bottle. Let's not forget about Exception line. Exception line also has growth factors. We do have it in some of the Mix Lab products, moisturizers. Just two examples here. Ice Cream Repair. It's a great product. It has the consistency of an ice cream. It smells amazing. You can put it in the refrigerator, and it's loaded with growth factors for repair. After peelings, it's a post-peel product. Then we have our Caviar Repair, which is great too. We don't use animals, so it's lab created, and it's also going to help to regenerate after peelings. We have come to the end of this presentation. I hope that you enjoy. I want to share some of our resources that you have for education. As you guys know, or the ones that know me, I'm very, very big on education. This is how we sell, and this is how we get confidence in our treatment room. Some of the resources we have is our webinars. We have a monthly webinar. So you can go ahead and subscribe in YouTube, and you will get notifications of all of our webinars. They're all exciting. It's all about the new trends in the industry, ingredients, sales, products, a little bit of everything. So you can go ahead and subscribe, and you can get our free monthly webinar. We also have downloadable materials. If you go to our website and there is a marketing tab, this is all free. You can go ahead and get all of the marketing materials, clinical studies, before and after pictures. Is all free for you to use. Take advantage. On my website, under marketing tab, you will find all these materials. We also have our newsletter. This is every quarter, goes right into your email. Is all data driven. Recommendations, how to enhance and boost the treatments, client satisfaction, business. There is no cost to you. All you have to do is subscribe, and you will get all this valuable information into your email box. We do represent two skincare lines, our Fusion line, medical graded, European, pre and post procedures, microneedling, dermaplaning, transdermal delivery, fractional lasers. There's great products. If you want more information, you can either leave a comment below, or you can also email me at adriana@awaesthetictraining.com. I think if you leave a comment, we will contact you as well. I also represent Exception products, wonderful for peelings and brightening of the skin, glowing. It works very, very well. Medical grade as well, pre and post procedure products. Same chemist created both lines, just different results and different targets for the skin. They both work very well. If you want information, let us know. We will contact you right after this webinar. Thank you so much for joining in today. I look forward to see you next month. Our next webinar is going to be merchandising and displays. I want to share with you some tips of how to increase sales, make your displays attractive, people want to buy, marketing strategies. Let's just work on this year 2024 revamping our lobbies and making everything attractive for your customers. Remember, they spend a lot of time sitting there or when they go to the rooms, and you want to maximize this opportunity to promote, to sell, and to help them find the right products for the skin. So let's stay tuned. Thank you so much again. I appreciate every single one of you, and I love growing together, learning, and building a community of professionals. Thank you and have a great day.